So, good evening and happy St. Patrick's Day to you. I'm on the road right now as we speak. Actually, you know what? I'm probably at this point hanging out with my dad and his wife, Patty, and Heather in Connecticut, getting ready to go tomorrow morning. We're leaving in the morning, Wednesday. So I've had quite a few questions asked, so I just wanted to go over some of them. So, what did you do for preparation? I will tell you right now, I did not walk as much as I did in preparation for my 23 hike. I was, I don't know, 12 pounds lighter, 14 pounds lighter, something like that. And that would scare some people. But having had a lot of life experience over the past 3 years, having a lot of backpacking experience. I've done quite a bit more backpacking trips and had a lot more experience. I do realize now that this journey is 90 to 95% mental. And some of you really know me are saying, well, you're mental, so you got a good start. So, yeah, true. You got to be a little off to do what we're doing. So anyway, I've read a lot of books, talked to a lot of pass-through hikers. Bluebird was one that we met at the Ice Castles. She was a 2023 completed her through hike. She gave me a lot of good stuff. But I have so many people that have given so much to me. So many people that I can't even caveman. I mean, so many people. So anyway, one of the books that I've read countless times and highly recommend, Appalachian Trails by Zach Davis. If you're going to do this trail, read this. The other one that I just got done listening to, I might even mention it to you, is Pushing North. That's, you have to read those two books because it's a mental game. Then I had some people, so anyway, I'm very much in shape. I'm a little over the weight that I want to be at, but I'm very much in shape. I spent all winter long shoveling and moving snow, and I'm good to go. So, which brings me into the next thing. I keep getting asked, how many miles are you going to go? How fast are you going to go? Well, I'm the sloth, and I ain't going fast. That I've learned. I've even learned that from those that are on the trail as we speak. Probably the first week, I'm going to be doing 8 to 10. The second week, I'm going to be doing 9 to 10. The third week, I'm going to be doing, another mile until we get to the Smokies. And I really believe that we'll be in the Smokies by day 25, something like that. Am I going to have any days off? Yes, I'm going to have a day off, at least one day off a week. You're going to hear me talking about zeros. Those are days off where we don't do any miles. I'll be doing chores like laundry and showering and resupplying, and I'll take you to the outfitters and to the stores, and you'll see what I'm purchasing, and hopefully I don't have to upgrade anything and buy new gear and everything. I'm about exhausted doing that stuff. I will tell you one thing that I'm going to be doing, and it's my hike, so I can do whatever I want, is one thing I'm trying to do, and is keep my pack weight down. And, so on through hikes, I usually lose between a pound and a pound and a half per day. So what I would suspect by the end of April, I would have lost 25 to 30 pounds. Eating a lot at the same time, but you're burning 3,000 to 6,000 calories a day. So that's what's going to be happening with that. When we get to the Smokies, I'm also going to be doing some Neros. And a Nero is when you'll do kind of a short day. You might do 4, 5, 6 miles into a hostel or a town going to a hotel and back to the hostels. You're going to see me in a lot of hostels. So as far as already preparing, so I've already registered. So today is Tuesday. So I start Friday, and then Saturday night I'm going to be staying at Above the Cloud Hostel with Lucky, Trail Famous. And I'm going to be doing probably 8 miles into Gooch Gap. They're going to pick me up there. I'm going to go there. I'm going to take a shower, maybe clean my clothes, maybe sleep, eat, and back on trail in the morning. But the other reason I'm doing that is so I only have to carry like 2 days worth of food. So then I'm going to take off there, and I'm going to come over Blood Mountain, and I'm going to stay at Blood Mountain Cabins or something like that. And then I'm going to get another 2 days, and I'm going to stay Hot Sloth Hikes. Already paid for my stay. Thank you. At the Green Dragon. I'm going to stay there with Bill and Donna. Can't wait to stay at the Green Dragon. Then, and I'm just giving you kind of like a little heads up as to what's going on here. And then friends of mine, Dana and Nick, are going to be meeting me at Dick's Creek Gap. And we'll probably go into a Hiawassee, and depending upon how days work it out and everything, I'm gonna take a day off each week, but I will also be taking some half days, that kind of thing. We'll probably be going into the Smokies, like I had said, in about 25 days, a little over 3 weeks. It's about 164 or 5 miles, something like that, and that's 70 miles going through there. I plan on taking 3.5 days worth of food, and then I'm going to be somehow I'm either going to go down into Gatlinburg, or maybe one of my friends would like to come scoop me up or resupply me up at Newfound Gap, and then I can keep going. So it's going to be 1 day off a week. I plan on doing 40 to 50 miles in the beginning when we get through the Smokies. We're going to have to keep track of storms and all that kind of stuff, so don't worry about it. We got quite a team here that's going to be helping me, plus my phone, plus my Garmin InReach GPS, has weather alerts and that kind of thing. So we're going to be safe. We're going to be fine. We're going to get to the other side of the Smokies. And within a month, I really think within 2 weeks, my legs are going to bounce right back and be like, oh, we're going to do this again. So we're definitely going to have that. And I'm going to put another plug in here for Critter at Critter Mountain Gear. He is, and you can go right to his website, and he's got the hoodies I'm going to be wearing. Actually, he made that one special for me. Thank you, Critter. He's keeping me warm with, my liner, my hoodie, my hat, my socks, which you've not seen yet, which I'm loving the socks, but I've got all the winter gear. I'm not bringing pants. I'm not a pants guy. I'm going to have shorts. I'm going to have my underwear. I will have some Lycra legging kind of things. And basically my pants are going to be my rain pants. I like the cold. I've been in the cold for months. I couldn't, not even, I think a month ago, I was working in negative 13 degrees plus wind chill. So, I'm not thrilled about it or anything, but, I'm used to it. So, going to be trimming down the backpack. I'm at 28 pounds. I'd like to get it down to like 24, 5, something like that. Oopsie-daisy. Adventures with Pappy. He's carrying a chair. I would love to have a chair, some kind of a chair. So I'm thinking about that too. But we'll be changing things on the fly during the hike. So I'm super excited. I hope you guys are having the greatest St. Patrick's Day. And I have a surprise. Someone is going to be walking with me the whole time. But I can't tell you who it is. But I'll give you a hint. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Be well. Have a great day. Get out in the snow. You probably don't even have any snow left. We're keeping it all to ourselves because we live in a snow globe. Go have a great day. Be well. Thanks a bunch. Sloth. Ow! Here's another thought I had. I love listening to music. I'm not a top 40 guy. But I'm looking for music to listen to. I'm going to be listening to Casey Kasem's Top 40 from 70s and 80s when I was a kid. But I'm also looking for books. I'm not a mystery, fake book kind of guy. I like documentaries. I like learning about, history. But I can't read about dragons and all this kind of stuff. So if you have anything that you would recommend that I read, like I just got done reading the story about the guy that started Patagonia, which was fascinating. I highly recommend it. Musicians, shoot me some stuff. Tell me what you think. Bounce it off me. I'll try almost anything, but I'll also tell you yes or no real quick if I know that I like it or I don't. But I appreciate it, and I hope you have a great night.